Hey y'all, Miss Mayhew here, and I'm going to go over the rubric for the FRQ practice on respiration. In part A, it's asking you to describe one of the contributions of each of the following in ATP synthesis. The first thing that you're going to describe the contribution for is the catabolism of glucose in glycolysis and the pyruvate oxidation. Okay, you could have said one of these three things in order to get the point. Now, in order to get the point, you have to describe it, not just identify it. For example, the first one says produces NADH for use by the electron transport chain. So in order to get that point, you would have to not only say produces, but also what that NADH is used for. The second part asks you to describe the contribution of the oxidation of intermediates in the Krebs cycle. You could have said one of these 4 bullet points to get the point. Just like before, you're describing, not identifying. So you have to say the whole thing in order to get the point. The third part is the formation of the proton gradient by the electron transport chain. And that you could say one of 2 different things in order to earn the point. Part B is asking you to justify the claim that glycolysis first occurred in a common ancestor of all living things. So the first observation that you're going to use to justify that claim is that nearly all existing organisms perform glycolysis. So there's 2 ways you could have said that, but you would have had to say one of these things about how that process originated a long time ago and was passed down because it provided a selective advantage. That is worth 1 point. The second observation is glycolysis occurs under anaerobic conditions. That is because the origin of glycolysis predates the free atmospheric oxygen. That's worth 1 point. Then the last part is that glycolysis occurs only in the cytosol. That would be because the origin of glycolysis predates other cell types like eukaryotes that have membrane-bound organelles. That's worth 1 point.